All right, so this video is going to be on learning to use spiritual information from everyday occurrences to actually build yourself up mentally and spiritually, and to start to be able to interpret the information that is coming to you via emotional triggering or physical triggering or anything like this, and to understand that more on an energetic level, so you can see where that's starting to flare up inside of you, and then you can kind of shut it off using your mind. So the way that I see this is that we have, and the easiest way to put it is the 7 chakra center, because there's actually more than that, but the easiest way to put it is in the 7 kind of chakra center. So we have the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet rays. Okay, so an activation of the red ray is going to be a kind of experience where you feel either anger or kind of a flare up of emotion of a negative sort, or you feel like you need to you feel like your survival is being threatened in some sort of a way. So say a good way to put it is, say you get into a car accident, and then in that car accident there's 2 people in this kind of like circumstance, and one of them is really, really angry, and then the other one is you, and you are you're basically trying to hold your spiritual light throughout this, right? So what you're trying to do is you're trying to raise this interaction up from the root or red ray chakra up through into the violet ray. And you're trying to do this as quickly as possible in order to be able to gain spiritual insight from this kind of interaction. And most of this happens subconsciously, but this is how you can start to take this information on consciously and learn from it quicker. So the interaction starts in the red ray, then it moves to the orange ray, and then there's a personal discussion there. And it can be either on a negative or a positive kind of sort, where either it could, like, say on a negative sort, what it would be like the settlement was settled by one person convincing the other person to give them money because of fear of, like whatever kind of legal things would happen. Like that would be a negative interaction with somebody, where you were manipulating or distorting them in order to be able to gain something from them. And that would be kind of closing it in the orange ray. To positively do this, you would want to move this interaction from the orange ray, which would be the start of the discussion of, how each of the people were involved on a positive way. It would be a discussion on individually how each of these people were involved, and how both of them kind of like made this co-interaction in order to be able to make this accident happen. So that would be a positive way. And then you move it up into the yellow ray, which would be where you get authority involved, and maybe you file a claim with your insurance company, or you call police or something like this. And then so you have then records that are put in the entire collective of information. And then you can actually move that up again into the heart center by seeing the synchronicity of how everything that happened was put there for both of you, like to mutually gain from it, and for both of you to mutually kind of like have this insight into the nature of reality through this experience. And then it can move into the blue ray by once you have that kind of like synchronistic kind of experience, and you see the synchronicity of the time, then you can actually communicate that synchronicity with the other person, and you can like kind of bring it to light that this is what we're both experiencing at the moment, and that this is something that that is expressing through your heart, and it's a connection that you feel that kind of brings it up to the next level. And then you can bring it into the indigo ray by seeing that this person is literally a reflection of you, and that you are connecting with yourself, and that this person that you're looking at is also a creator in their own right, but they are the creators as well, and so are you. So what this means is that you are both the infinite creator that are co-creating this experience together, and you have a full realization of that. And then when you have that realization, you then move into the violet ray, and that kind of connection that comes from the crown to each person is kind of born for you. So you start to see that infinite connection that we all have with everything, and then you will kind of merge into the environment and become one with the environment. And in that situation, that would be kind of the full coming circle and almost experiencing the same experience, but from the other person's perspective completely. Seeing it as if you were them. So that is kind of an example of this, but basically when you experience something in the red ray, it's going to be something that has to do with survival or anger. So what you're going to do to kind of move past that is to move it up in your system. So you start to see that there was a kind of conscious creation here of this experience, and that there's something here that is being presented to you that you need to look at. This is why the anger is coming up in the first place, or the sadness or hatred or anything like this. Like any of this kind of stuff that comes up is it's a conscious kind of thing that's being presented to you to show you something that is going on in your consciousness as well, that you may be kind of pushing away from your own experience. So it's a reflection of you that you're denying in yourself, that's why something would be continuously coming up in your life. The orange ray positively would be the expression of joy and creativity on a level that is personal. So it'd be like to start to do your passion and to be able to share it with a personal basis. So like maybe doing personal readings for somebody or something like that would be a good expression of an orange ray activity. And you can move into the green and blue ray while you're doing the activity, because you're expressing the creator. But in the act of that, that's an act of the orange ray. The yellow ray would be kind of when you become really popular for doing that, and you become like loved by many for what you do, and you kind of hold that image in yourself of being influential in a way that is positive for many people. That would be like an expression of the yellow ray when it's kind of coming to light. The green ray would be when you start to see the unity of things, and you see the love that permeates everything, and you see yourself in everything around you, and you find love for yourself, which then gives you love for everything around you as well. Expression of the blue ray would be when you kind of get into that state of flow where you don't do anything, and you kind of like are just allowing whatever thing it is that you're doing to flow through you. So say for me, if I'm doing a reading or something like that, sometimes I don't even remember what I'm saying because it just flows through you, you know? And then if I'm playing music, sometimes I will literally feel like a presence is taking over me, and it's playing the music for me, and I don't have to do anything, but yet it still plays perfectly. And I just watch my hands move, and I can feel my voice sing sometimes when that happens too. And it's actually such a beautiful feeling that it'll bring you to tears and have you in very heavy emotion, because it's such a beautiful feeling to be like kind of like moved through like that. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like disconnecting from yourself and then joining into something that is like way more than anything that you've experienced on this kind of plane. And then the indigo ray would be literally seeing another person and then seeing yourself reflected in that person. So you see them on a level that is it's literally like you're looking at a reflection of yourself. And then the violet ray is the understanding and connection of that kind of reflection, and the conscious connection between you and that reflection. So you both realize that you are that same self, and then you connect on that level. Goodness. All right. So I think that's good on this video. I hope you guys learned something from it, and have a good day.